Our planet teems with life, much of it invisible to the naked eye. Among these microscopic wonders are cyanobacteria, often mistakenly called blue-green algae. These ancient organisms, dating back billions of years, are true survivors. Like plants, they possess chlorophyll and engage in photosynthesis, producing oxygen. Cyanobacteria thrive in various aquatic environments, from freshwater lakes to salty oceans. Under certain conditions, they can multiply rapidly, forming dense mats known as blooms. These blooms can transform a pristine lake into an unsightly and potentially dangerous mess. Cyanobacteria blooms are a growing concern worldwide. Nutrient pollution from agricultural runoff and wastewater discharge acts as a potent fertilizer. Warm water temperatures and climate change create ideal conditions for their growth. Stable water conditions promote bloom formation. Understanding these triggers is vital to mitigate harmful blooms. While many cyanobacteria species are harmless, some produce potent toxins known as cyanotoxins. These toxins pose significant risks to human, animal, and environmental health, making it crucial to understand their nature and potential dangers. Cyanotoxins are natural poisons produced and contained within certain cyanobacteria cells. They are released into the water when the cells die and break down, posing a risk to humans and animals that come into contact with contaminated water. These toxins vary in their chemical structure and effects, but they can damage the liver, nervous system, and skin. Exposure to high concentrations of cyanotoxins can lead to severe health problems, including liver failure, respiratory paralysis, and even death. The presence of cyanotoxins adds another layer of complexity to the issue of cyanobacteria blooms. It is not enough to monitor for visible blooms. Water quality testing is essential to detect the presence of these invisible threats. Understanding the risks associated with cyanotoxins is paramount in safeguarding public health. By raising awareness about these dangers, we can encourage individuals to take necessary precautions and minimize their exposure to these harmful substances. Cyanobacteria blooms pose significant health risks to humans, particularly when they produce cyanotoxins. These toxins can enter the body through various routes of exposure, leading to a range of adverse effects. Direct contact with contaminated water, whether through swimming, bathing, or accidental ingestion, is a primary route of exposure. Skin rashes, irritation, and gastrointestinal problems are common symptoms of such contact. Inhalation of water droplets containing cyanotoxins, particularly during water sports or activities near a bloom, can also be harmful. Respiratory distress, coughing, and wheezing are potential consequences of inhaling these toxins. Moreover, consuming contaminated water or food, such as fish or shellfish, harvested from affected areas can lead to more serious health issues. Cyanotoxins can accumulate in the food chain, posing a risk to those who consume contaminated organisms. The severity of health effects depends on the type and concentration of cyanotoxins, duration of exposure, and individual susceptibility. Children, the elderly, and individuals with pre-existing health conditions are particularly vulnerable to the adverse effects of these toxins. Section 5. Protecting our furry friends, keeping pets safe from cyanobacteria. Pets, especially dogs, are highly susceptible to the harmful effects of cyanotoxins. Their playful nature and affinity for water make them particularly vulnerable to exposure, often with tragic consequences. Dogs are drawn to the scent of cyanobacteria blooms and may ingest contaminated water while swimming or playing near the shoreline. Their habit of licking their fur after being in the water further increases the risk of ingestion. Symptoms of cyanotoxin poisoning in dogs can appear quickly, often within minutes to hours after exposure. These symptoms include vomiting, diarrhea, weakness, seizures, and difficulty breathing. If you suspect your pet has come into contact with a cyanobacteria bloom, it is crucial to seek immediate veterinary attention. Prompt treatment is essential to increase the chances of survival and minimize long-term health complications. Protecting pets from cyanobacteria involves vigilance and preventative measures. Keep dogs on a leash near water bodies with visible blooms or advisories. Provide fresh drinking water and prevent them from drinking or playing in areas where blooms are suspected. Section 6. A threat to wildlife. The impact of cyanobacteria on aquatic ecosystems. Cyanobacteria blooms threaten not only human and pet health, but also the delicate balance of aquatic ecosystems. These blooms can have cascading effects throughout the food web, impacting various organisms and compromising the overall health of our waterways. Dense blooms can block sunlight from reaching submerged aquatic plants, hindering their growth and disrupting the process of photosynthesis. This lack of oxygen production can lead to oxygen depletion in the water, creating dead zones where fish and other aquatic life cannot survive. Furthermore, some cyanotoxins can directly harm fish and other aquatic organisms, leading to fish kills and disrupting the natural balance of the ecosystem. These toxins can accumulate in the food web, affecting higher trophic levels, including birds and mammals that rely on contaminated fish as a food source. The ecological consequences of cyanobacteria blooms can be severe, leading to a decline in biodiversity, disruptions in the food web, and degradation of water quality. These blooms highlight the interconnectedness of ecosystems and the far-reaching impacts of environmental disturbances. Section 7. Staying safe in cyanobacteria country, practical tips for prevention. With the increasing prevalence of cyanobacteria blooms, it is crucial to be aware of the risks and take necessary precautions. Here are some practical tips to stay safe. Be observant. Pay attention to posted signs or advisories. Look for visual cues like discolored water or surface scums. Choose swimming spots wisely. Avoid areas with visible blooms. Opt for clear, clean water sources. Practice good hygiene. Rinse off thoroughly after contact with water bodies. Keep pets away. Prevent pets from drinking or playing in affected water. Report suspicious blooms. Report potential blooms to local authorities. Prevention is key. Stay informed and cautious to enjoy water safely. Section 8. Purifying our waters, effective treatment methods for cyanotoxin removal. Addressing cyanobacteria blooms requires prevention, monitoring, and effective treatment methods. Water treatment plants use various technologies to ensure safe drinking water. These methods often work in combination for optimal results. Filtration uses granular activated carbon to trap cyanotoxins. UV radiation inactivates cyanotoxins by disrupting their DNA. Reverse osmosis removes contaminants using a semi-permeable membrane. Section 9. Knowledge is power. Staying informed about local water conditions. In the face of potential cyanobacteria blooms, staying informed about local water conditions is crucial for protecting public health and making informed decisions about water recreation and consumption. Local health authorities and environmental agencies play a vital role in monitoring water quality and issuing timely advisories to the public. These agencies regularly sample and test water bodies for the presence of cyanobacteria and their toxins. Publicly available resources such as websites, social media platforms and hotlines disseminate information about water conditions, including the presence of blooms, potential health risks, and recommended precautions. Stay informed by checking these resources regularly, especially before engaging in water activities or consuming water from potentially affected sources. Pay attention to any posted signs or advisories at beaches, lakes, and other recreational areas. Remember, knowledge is power when it comes to protecting yourself and your loved ones from the potential harms of cyanobacteria blooms. By staying informed and following the guidance of local authorities, you can make responsible decisions and minimize your risk of exposure. Heeding the warnings. Understanding and responding to official advisories. When local authorities issue advisories about cyanobacteria blooms, understand their significance and take action to protect yourself and your family. Advisories indicate cyanobacteria presence and potential health risks. Warnings indicate a significant threat to public health. Avoid contact with affected water bodies and follow local instructions. These advisories protect public health. Ignoring them can have serious consequences. Section 11. Taking responsibility for water safety. a collective effort. Protecting our water resources from the threat of cyanobacteria blooms requires a collective effort involving individuals, communities and government agencies working together to address this growing concern. Individuals can contribute by practicing responsible water use, reducing their environmental footprint and staying informed about local water conditions. Simple actions such as reducing fertilizer use, properly maintaining septic systems and reporting suspicious blooms can make a significant difference. Communities can implement measures to reduce nutrient pollution from entering waterways, such as upgrading wastewater treatment facilities and promoting sustainable agricultural practices. Public education campaigns can raise awareness about the issue and encourage responsible behaviour. Government agencies play a crucial role in monitoring water quality, enforcing regulations to protect water resources, and funding research to develop innovative solutions for preventing and mitigating cyanobacteria blooms. By working together, we can create a future where clean and safe water is available for generations to come. Let us all do our part to protect this precious resource. Section 12. Preserving our aquatic environments. A call to action. The increasing prevalence of cyanobacteria blooms serves as a stark reminder of the delicate balance of our aquatic ecosystems and the profound impact of human activities on the environment. These blooms are not merely an aesthetic nuisance but a significant threat to human, animal and environmental health. Addressing this issue requires a multifaceted approach, encompassing prevention, mitigation and adaptation strategies. We must reduce nutrient pollution from entering our waterways, mitigate the effects of climate change, and develop innovative technologies for early detection and effective treatment of blooms. Furthermore, raising public awareness about the causes, consequences, and potential solutions is paramount. Educated citizens can make informed decisions, advocate for change, and contribute to the protection of our precious water resources. The future of our aquatic environments depends on our collective action. Let us rise to the challenge, embrace sustainable practices and work together to preserve the health and beauty of our planet's waters for generations to come.